Hey guys, we're replacing the front door speaker, this one right here, on a 2010 Kia Soul. If you look it up on the internet, you can use a 6.5 or a 6 3/4 inch speaker, and I can tell you by experience, if you use a 6.5, you're going to need some type of speaker adapter because it will almost fall in the hole of the door. So get a 6 3/4 inch speaker and forget about the adapters. They'll save you some time too. Ones I bought for this are the Rockford Fosgate two-way speakers, and this is the Punch P1675. It's a very good speaker. I got a pair of these on eBay for like $39, and I already did the passenger side, which I didn't really need to, but if you're going to buy a pair of speakers, you might as well replace them both. For some reason, these Kia Soul front door speakers blow fairly easily, so we're going to replace this door one here, and I'll show you how to do that. In order to remove this door panel, you've got it's a Phillips head screw right here. It's got a little like head cap on it. You just pop that off with like a flathead screwdriver and then take that screw out. And then you have another one right there and another one right there. And then if you look at the door handle, this little black cover, just pry this open with a little tiny flathead screwdriver or with like a trim tool. I just use this one right here. And it pries open this little access cover, and there's a little Phillips screw there. Take that one out. And then right down here on the door pull is another one. Little hidden access door, pop that open, take out the Phillips screw. Now that's all that's holding the door panel in place. So there's a little bit of trick too. You kind of got to pull it out and then up. I found to make it a little easier, I did the other side and didn't do this, but this was going to make it easier. This little corner piece right here, pop that out as well, and the panel comes off a little easier. And all you do to take that one out, use one of these little trim tools or a flathead screwdriver, get behind there, it pops right out. It only takes you an extra 5 seconds, and it will make the door come off a little bit easier. But basically, I'll get my trim tool behind there, kind of work my way around the door, and then I'll pop all the little retainers loose with my hands, and then you're going to lift the door up, because you're lifting it over this. There's like a little catch seal or whatever behind there, so you can't just pull it straight out. You got to kind of pull it up a little bit. So I'll try and get this one here off real quick. And then behind the door, you've got the wiring for your LED lights around your speaker. Just take that loose, and then there's another one here for I believe this one's for the power mirrors, and another one for your power windows. And then your panel comes right off. So here's the wires I was talking about. All you gotta do is push in on them with like your fingernail, and they pull straight out. This is the one that runs the LEDs for the lights around the speaker. And then now you can release that speaker. And then Kia, for some reason, rivets their speakers in. I don't know why. I don't know if it's good or bad. It works, but all you gotta do is drill the rivets out. And to do that, you need like a 3/16 or a 1/4 inch drill bit, and then don't push on it super hard, or you'll just start turning the rivet. It won't actually cut it and drill it out. It will just catch it and turn it and spin, and it'll be a booger to get it out. So light pressure to drill these out. And there's the speaker. Kind of a little cheap paper dome speaker. And what I've been doing, you guys can wire your speakers however you want, but I save the factory harnesses if I can. It's not that hard to take them off. And basically what you got to do is you're going to cut the wires right here and here so you can pull them out this way. So let's take a pair of cutters. And while you're in there, you can see that the yellow is positive, the black is negative. And one little thing that I learned on these Kias is the wiring is not the same on the other side of the harness. So there, I just kind of broke that loose. It's attached to that speaker adapter. So I'm going to reuse this. And what I'm talking about, when this connects like that, you see it's yellow here and it's white here, it's black here and it's brown here. That's what I'm talking about, the wire coloring not matching. But that doesn't matter. We know that the yellow here is a positive and the black is negative. And what I just cut this black off so this is even. And then when I put this speaker back in, what I'm going to do, I'll drill a hole like up here somewhere, and I'll run the wires through that hole back down around this side here. And that way the wires will come up through here and I can just reattach this to the factory speaker connector. That way it still kind of stays factory. I got to finish drilling these rivets out because basically the head's popped off of this side. The other side drilled out good except for one, and for some reason this one all the heads turned off, but I'll finish drilling these out. And then, like I said, this is a 6 3/4 and fits in there pretty nice. Now if you had a 6 1/2, it's going to almost fall right in that hole. So save yourself a little time and trouble and get a 6 3/4, because if you get a 6 1/2, you're going to need to get an adapter to reduce it down, and then the speaker is going to stick out even farther. So I'm going to hook this back up and let you guys kind of attempt to do your thing there. One thing I do, since this is out, I'm going to take an old pillow, take all the stuffing out of it, and I'm going to stuff it down in here. It's just like polyfill. What it does, it's going to deaden some of the road noise in the car. I figure since you're in there, why not? And also what I do is once I screw the speaker in, I run a bead of silicone all the way around the outside of this, and I also seal off any holes I didn't use with silicone, just as an extra, I don't know, why not kind of a measure. But anyway, hope you guys learned something from this video. And I guess the best bang for the buck, those Rockford fosgate speakers work really well for, you know, 40 bucks for a pair. But just a couple of tips I have is, you know, use the 6 3/4, and when you pull the door panels off, just be a little bit careful and mind that all these wires are still behind there. So don't pull real hard, just enough to get your hand behind there so that you can detach these. And then if you guys want to, you know, if you got an old t-shirt laying around that you're about ready to throw in the garbage, stuff that back in there as a little bit of a sound deadener, and keeps a little bit of road noise down. You might as well do it because you're in there anyway. So, alright, hope you guys learned something, and thanks for watching.